Welcome back to more of the Fire Emblem Three Houses blind playthrough. Last time we got Hilda's ultimate weapon, and in fact, let's go ahead and equip that on her right now. Suppose she doesn't really need the training axe anymore. Yes, we have Freikugel. And let me just quickly check out, if she equips that, what's her might looking like? Oh, I can't even see it here. Well, anyway, so this time, I might just do one of these quest battles, and I feel like I can just auto-battle through them at this point, so yeah, I'm not going to show much of this. If there are any level ups, I'll just cut and show those, but for the rest of it, unless it's a new map, but yeah, I doubt it, so I'll probably be skipping over the majority of this. Nope, definitely not a new map, it's actually the same one from the very beginning of the game, so yeah, I will probably just auto-battle through this, and I will see you later.
My brother will be pleased. They said...
I'm stronger.
Should I have held back? I'm not a chance.
So I actually had to stop auto-battle after a couple of turns because it was putting Dorothea on the front lines, and yeah, she's so flimsy she still has a chance of dying even against level 13 enemies, so yeah. I know that was probably because I was just spamming charge rather than the one that says play to your strengths, but oh well.
Professor.
Reason it... Again, someone coming forward to me to change their goals to what they're already on. Okay, anything this week? Any supports? Doesn't look like it. Yeah, supports are definitely getting slower now that most people are at Bs.
I'll do my best.
And I'm pretty sure that's as far as you can go pre-time skip with most people. Oh, only good. Oh hey, Mercedes is my first non-pre-promote A, I think.
Got it. Good to go.
I'm a natural.
And she has learned Fortitude!
I can really do this.
And yeah, training Cyril a bit in Lances because he needs to have a, I think it's a, is it a C or a B? I think it's just a C for Wyvern Lord. So actually he's getting there quicker than I expected him to. Meanwhile, Byleth still sad, sad Byleth. Yeah, I feel like not a lot's really happening this month. I only had one paralogue and yeah, but okay, more supports, nice. Let's see, Dimitri and Mercedes, okay, that's a two-parter, which means they're probably gonna get mad at each other. Okay, Sylvain and Mercedes B, that's good, and Shamir and Catherine C, which I probably want to show now.
And he said, I don't even have a horse. Pretty funny story, huh?
I'm trying to imagine what the rest of that story goes.
What is it, Shamir? You're not laughing. Didn't you think it was funny?
Sure.
Me have no sense of humor. It was shot off in war. Very sad. Apparently, like, that's an actual line from the American version of Days of Ruin. Not that I know, because I only got the European version.
So then laugh. You could stand to be a little friendlier, you know.
Do I need to be?
What do you mean, need to be? Friendship isn't about obligation. You could try being a bit warmer. Like when I first met you. I took the time to introduce myself and make friendly conversation, and you just said, "Hi, I'm Shamir." I remember thinking that you wouldn't be easy to get along with.
Now that's funny. I remember thinking you were just another knight who loved the sound of her own voice. You know, the type who's all talk but useless in battle.
Well, that's a bit harsh. Did you really think that?
Yes.
But you changed your mind when you saw me in action.
I did. You're surprisingly strong.
And surprisingly inaccurate for a Swordmaster, but let's forget that for now.
Well, even though you had 0 charm, you did a nice job of supporting me.
No, she doesn't have 0 charm. She's got like at least 10, I think.
Now I know that you'll always have my back. In fact, maybe I should take it easy and let you handle all the fighting.
It sounds like I'm going to be doing a lot more work around here.
We make a pretty good team. At any rate, we're bound together, so we better try to get along. Don't you think, partner?
If that's how you see it, I can't disagree.
So yeah, Shamir definitely falls into what TV tropes would call the comically serious. Meanwhile, Violet's still sad. Oh, I have access to your A now. But that's a time skip thing. Okay. Huh. Hilda A. Cyril A. Oh, I had that earlier, didn't I? How did I get to an A with Cyril, though? I haven't really been doing a lot with Cyril. Wow, look, my house is way bigger than other houses at this point. Which I'm pretty sure this list is going to get very small if you go for an all recruitments run. Anyway, though, let's, I guess this one first.
Mercedes, I'm sorry to ask this of you, but will you lend me a hand?
What can I do for you? Oh, is the cuff of your overcoat still torn? Mending that shouldn't be a problem at all.
I'm sorry, but the first thing that came to my mind when Dimitri said that was, oh, I'm sorry, I'm all out of severed hands. I lent my last one to someone else a long time ago.
It's pathetic, I know, but I fear my sewing skills are... well, as you can see, they're just about non-existent.
Cuts to him just with the princess doll going, die, 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 and just stabbing it with a needle repeatedly.
Goodness, you must have been concerned when I tore your cuff.
Oh, right, that support. Wow, that was a long time ago. I think I've actually already edited and uploaded that video by now, and yeah.
Ah, well, that is to say... would you please teach me to sew? I hear you're rather amazing at it.
Of course I'll teach you. Don't look so heartbroken.
You will? Thank you. Oh, I owe you for this.
I'll go get my sewing kit. You wait here.
Oh, wait, who was that person who was afraid of sewing kits because they traumatized them? Was that Hilda?
I'm so sorry, Dimitri. I've never seen, well, it's just a bit...
No need to dance around the issue. You're fed up with my clumsy efforts, aren't you?
Okay, to be brutally honest, your sewing is so bad, it physically hurts me to look at it.
I thought you might end up bending some needles if you tried mending this on your own, but... How did you manage to break a pair of scissors?
I'm so sorry, really. I try to be careful, but with delicate work like this, I just can't seem to manage.
There's no need to apologize. But you must have been uncomfortable making your way here with this tear.
My inability to control my own strength is humiliating. Of course I'm useless at needlework.
Oh, right, they're tying this into the fact that he has the best strength growth in the game. That makes a lot of sense.
No giving up on yourself. You just have to practice, that's
You know, I wonder if Dimitri would do decently as a grappler.
No matter how difficult
Though I'm kind of
something is,
dreading what he'd look
if
like
you
in that
keep at
outfit.
it and don't give up, then you're sure to improve. Isn't that what you told me?
Right you are. To give in to despair isn't like me. Thank you for the reminder. Okay, I'm ready to give it another go.
Why do I get the feeling giving in to despair is going to be exactly what happens to you right before the time skip?
Great! I'm glad to hear it. First things first, let's make sure the needle is actually threaded this time.
No! I bent another one.
So there's going to be just a mountain of bent needles outside Dimitri's room now, isn't there? And now this one, which I also find kind of interesting.
Mercedes, I swear, the whole cathedral glows with heavenly light when you're around.
Wow, wow. As far as pickup lines go, I give that, yeah, a 2 out of 1,000.
Hello, Sylvain. What a treat to see you here. I thought you preferred places with more ladies around.
I'm here because you're here.
Well, I mean, there are a lot of ladies around, but they've mostly taken vows of chastity.
And I don't care about other girls.
I'm sorry, I don't know why, but I just find this one of the funniest lines in the game just because how much of a blatant lie it is.
Oh, come now. I'm sure you use that line all the time.
Actually, I've only said it to girls who thought I was lying about being faith. You know what? There's no reason to get into all that. The truth is, I would really like to spend some time with you. What do you say to that?
Well, If you were really interested in me, I would want you to get to know me better.
I agree. I've been such an idiot in the past, always angling for the seduction. I've forgotten how to just talk to someone.
You act like you're full of regret, but I know you don't really mean it. Still, I'm glad to hear you say that at least. I told you such a boring story the last time we spoke. I was worried you might think I was a dull person.
Dull? No. I was worried that I'd made you remember unhappy times. It's horrible what you had to go through. It's not like anyone chooses to be born with a crest.
Right. We can't choose our bloodline. You've got a crest too, haven't you, Sylvain? What has your experience been like?
You really shouldn't have... You really shouldn't have said that. That's like the worst thing you can say to him. Oh yeah, what has your experience been like? Oh, nothing much. So my brother got disinherited due to his lack of a crest. He went insane, turned into a monster, we had to kill him. But, you know, other than that, my life has been pretty great.
Are you asking how being born with a crest affected me?
Yes. I know there was that business with your brother Miklon, but I'm sure you don't want to talk about all that.
It's not a very happy story.
Please don't feel the need to hold back on my account. I'm here if you need someone to share in your pain.
Would you want to know more about me, even if I didn't have a crest, or come from a noble family?
This has nothing to do with your crest or family. I'm just asking as your friend. How should I put this? When I look at you, I don't see a crest. I want to see the real you.
You do? Here's the short version. I hate crests. Even though having one is supposed to be such a great blessing, mine has ruined everything.
Note to self, keep Edelgard away from this guy because she could probably recruit him pretty easily.
Miklon was heir to our house. Then I was born, and I became the heir because I had a crest. That made my older brother jealous enough to want to kill me. And every woman in Fodlan wants to have my little crest baby, so they can join the nobility. Yeah, there you go. That's what it's like to have a crest.
I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to dredge up such awful things.
No, I should keep my temper better. I don't want you to see me act that way.
Don't say that. I'm glad we were able to talk. I feel like I'm finally seeing the real you.
The one who's really angry all the time?
Oh, Sylvain. Will you save me from the curse of having a crest?
Of course. I think I love you. And I mean that. With all my heart. I love you, Mercedes. Let's get married and have crest babies.
Sure.
You know, it's funny because even though that's played as a joke, I'm actually really tempted to ship those two now. Because, like they said it, like, she's one of the few female supports he has who actually kind of does not really care about his crest and actually see him deep down. And she's one of the few girls that he has, like, a genuine friendship with, as opposed to just flirting with them. So that's kind of what's tempting me to get their A. But I would also really like to maybe get her and Annette to have a platonic paired ending. So, yeah, because I'm pretty sure that will be the case, because I've heard Dimitri and Dudu have a paired ending. Which, again, I'm also kind of tempted to get, because right now that I'm definitely on the Ingrid and Ashe bandwagon, I don't really see anyone here that I plan on shipping with Dimitri now. Like, there's Flayn, maybe, but, yeah. Okay, so what do we do today? Really, I don't think there's much we can do, other than just do this one, I guess. Just to get another Crest, blah, blah, blah. I keep mixing them up, I don't know why. But I guess this game just loves to go on about crests. Oh, we're here again.
I'm on. Doing my part. My lessons are complete.
Okay, so we just mastered skills for Archer and got hit plus 20, which is basically Ignaz's personal skill, so he basically never misses, I think, if you master the Archer class.
The fight continues. It's so...
You can...
An unfair match. I could go another few rounds.
You were no match for me. can still...
So yeah, that was pretty easy. And how fitting that the cream of the cream finishes the mission called Cream of the Crop. I could do this, but I really don't need to. So again, yeah, more teaching. Again, besides that one paralogue, kind of an uneventful month. Is there anyone on the Blue Lions whose paralogues I haven't done yet? Thinking about it, okay, Mercedes has not had a paralogue yet, and Annette has not had a paralogue yet, but I'm guessing Annette's involves Gilbert, who doesn't seem to be recruitable yet. And, yeah, really, I think it's just those two that haven't had paralogues yet. I think Mercedes has involved someone from another house, but I don't think you have to recruit them, like, because I didn't have Dorothea back when I got Ingrid's paralogue. Because some people are saying, oh, you might want to choose who you recruit carefully if you want to get all the paralogues, but I think you can still get them even if you haven't recruited some of the characters. And yeah, I've used up everyone's motivation now, even though I have 3 instruction points left over.
Professor?
No. Making that noise vibrated my lips in a weird way. Manuela? Okay, already a bee? Wait, what?
Professor, a pleasure to see you.
Why did it say battle in the outskirts? Hang on a second. Is that a bug, or are we actually doing a paralogue now?
I was here for confessional. Confessing my foolishness. While I'm at it, may I confess something to you too?
As long as it's not a love confession, okay then.
I realize what a burden I've been. On you, I mean. After every breakup, I neglect my work. And I know how that affects you.
It doesn't really, since you're in a different class.
I'm completely worthless as a woman. Can you imagine how that feels?
Something tells me she's playing this up.
I'm going to be single for the rest of my life. I just know it. You think so too, don't you?
Yes, you are going to be single for the rest of your life, screw you.
Really? So if I couldn't find anybody else, you'd marry me?
That's not what he was saying.
Oh, don't worry. I can tell by the look on your face you didn't mean it.
No, what he does mean is he'll probably find someone for you via the support system.
What's wrong with me? It's not my looks. I'm still gorgeous. Or am I? Be honest, do I look old? No, not possible. I'm the songstress who swept the Empire off its feet. Men professed their love for me hourly. It can't be my looks.
You look just fine.
You're right. Although, just fine is a bit... Well, it's better to be attractive than just fine.
Otherwise known as you psychically read Byler's mind and saw the other dialogue option.
Oh no. If the problem isn't my looks, and they are not the problem, then it must be... what? My personality?
Or your room, maybe? Everything about you is fine.
A girl can tell a lie when she hears one. You think there's a problem, don't you?
Hanneman certainly thinks there's a problem, but he's kind of
I
biased.
suppose I can be a bit unkempt. I do have a short temper, and I may be a little lazy, sometimes. But I've always heard fellas, you know, like a woman with a few flaws. Seems to me there are plenty of flawed girls who have landed themselves a good man.
I could make comments about some of the Fates characters that people often waifu that I don't think are very good characters, but I'll just stop.
So maybe...
Really, it's only
my
one, and
trouble
I think
is
you know
I'm
who
not
it is.
imperfect enough. Do you think I could use a few more flaws?
Nope, nope.
Are you saying I'm perfect as I am? Come now, you'll make
And
me
that's
blush.
not what he was saying. You know what, I think you do have one flaw. You often assume what other people are saying, and don't quite realize there might not be ulterior motives behind certain things they say. To be honest, that's actually a flaw that I have personally in real life, so yeah. I am kind of constantly looking for ulterior motives when people are saying things, or often assume things that
Let's get this over
in someone's tone of voice that aren't true.
Very well, if we must.
Done.
So obviously that battle was just that battle notification was just a glitch. That's a weird glitch though. I hope I didn't screw up the game.
Get it.
Excalibur.
Oh, I see now. Oh yeah, getting the hang of it.
Okay, that's gonna make you even more of a powerhouse. Meanwhile, today, Violet's sad again. Violet's still sad. I'm so sorry to joke about it, but it's just hard not to make jokes about that model. But anyway, any new support? Good, more new support. Lots of new supports. Okay then, Catherine and yes, finally. That's part of why I did that skirmish battle actually. Manuela and Dorothea. Yeah, I'm interested to see how that one goes since they actually know each other from beforehand. Okay, looking at this, well, obviously you can't get with Sylvain. Nope. He's taken. Yeah, at the moment, really, it's just Hanneman in terms of perspective shipping for her at least from what I can tell. And yeah, these two were getting support hearts in that skirmish, so I was like, okay, might as well put them on a group task and see if they get a support, and they did. This should be interesting because Flane is very, wow, he only has C's with like everyone. Well, I mean, that's kind of fitting for Mr. Friendship Sucks, but still. This is going to be interesting because Flane is very upbeat, and of course, Felix is an edgelord.
Spectacular work, Felix.
I could feel the edge from over here.
Why are you here? You're interrupting.
Oh, my apologies. I simply thought you were doing a great job. Just how sharp is that blade of yours, Felix? Do you imagine you might be able to cut something cleanly with it?
Yes, my blade is incredibly edgy. The edge can cut you even if you just look at it. It's so dark and edgy.
Probably.
Wonderful. I have a special request for you then.
Please tell me it's not cut, Seteth.
You want me to cut this firewood?
This invisible firewood?
I do. I shall toss them one by one to you, and you shall make a sweeping blow to slice them.
Which will be very difficult considering that they're invisible.
Sounds like a chore.
That sounds like a really sadistic difficulty level of some minigame. Like, chop the firewood as it approaches you, so kind of like Fruit Ninja, except the firewood is invisible.
I saw a knight do it once, so surely you can as well. Or perhaps you are worried that you are not capable.
What? I am more than capable.
Right. Show me what you are made of. Here it comes.
Doing them one by one is tedious. Just throw them all at once.
She only has 2 arms, you know.
All of them, if you insist. Here we go. Wow, you truly are spectacular.
I know.
You are undoubtedly the most revered woodcutter in all the land. Now I am intrigued. Next time, let us try an even larger woodpile.
Because clearly them being invisible is not a handicap for you at all.
Why did I agree to this?
Okay, that's pretty good. I kind of want to see their later supports just for, how contrasting their personalities are. Okay, Dorothea and Matt. No, I want to do... No, let's save Ashe and Catherine for last.
Professor Manuela, it's been far too long since we've had a proper chat. Let's fix that right now.
Proper chat. There, good, it's done.
Too true, Dorothea. We hardly have a moment to spare here. But it's so nice to see you flourishing. It certainly brings back memories. You know, somehow you've gotten even prettier. The years have been kind to you.
Well, she's still pretty young.
That's something like a rose telling a daisy it's pretty, but I appreciate the compliment all the same.
Experience has told me that when flowers start talking, you should generally run away. It's often pretty creepy.
Oh, honey, if that's the case, I hope you'll work hard to never become a rose like me. too many thorns.
And then in that other support, I was told to add even more thorns.
Oh, stop it. You've accomplished a great deal. You should be proud.
That's a very nice sentiment, and I appreciate it. Thank you. So, I've been dying to know, how did you come to be enrolled
Her
here?
profile does say after many twists and turns, so...
I know you didn't have any family connections. How'd you do it?
Oh, I think I've actually heard about this.
Well, it did require pulling some noble strings. But learning everything to pass the entrance exams, that was all me, and very hard. Especially while I was still singing for the opera. But I wanted the academy more than anything else.
Well, bravo, and well done. You've always had to find your own way in life, haven't you? I so wish you could rely on people more often. Still, though, you haven't said why you worked so hard to get into Garreg Mach to begin with.
Isn't it obvious? Because you were here. When you retired, it broke my heart. But it also woke me up. Seeing someone like you, who shined so brightly on the stage, give it all up and start a brand new life. It got me thinking about my own future, and what I wanted it to look like. As ever, I followed your lead.
Oh my. I don't know what to say.
I had also heard that the heirs to the Alliance, Empire, and the Kingdom were all enrolling this year. With such an exceptional crop of potential spouses, how could I go anywhere else?
I had a feeling that was part of your reason too.
And have you gotten what you were after? Your dreams, a future, and a good partner?
Manuela, it's only to see with most people. It's a little too early to be saying that.
I'm sure I'll find my somebody someday, but I haven't found them yet.
Is it possible to do the support after she's got Ness support with Byleth? That'd be kind of funny.
So nice to spend time with you again, Manuela. It's been too long.
But yeah, that one's actually pretty decent. Like, again, the main reason why Dorothea's fan service aspects annoy me is that there are a lot of times when she's actually a really interesting character, but it's... Anyway, speaking of interesting characters, I hope this one is good.
Hello, Catherine. I thought I might find you here.
Is there something I can do for you, Ashe?
Yes. Could you tell me what you know about this?
Take that!
This is quite an old letter. Where'd you find it?
It was found in the bishop's room during the inquiry of the Western Church.
Oh yeah, okay, so that's probably the paralogue, so I'm thinking that this can only be done after you've done that paralogue.
I see. It's one of the documents you collected.
This letter mentions my brother, Christoph Gaspar, by name. He was executed by the church for allegedly taking part in the tragedy of Dusker. I know you were the one who turned him over.
Yeah, that much was obvious.
But this letter isn't about that. It's about a plot to assassinate Lady Rhea. If my brother's name is in here, that means this plot predates the tragedy. So there was another plot against Lady Rhea in the past, and my brother was somehow involved.
So I guess he wasn't that different from his father.
Ah.
I can tell by your face that you know something.
I almost feel like that R might, you know, maybe voice direction was a little not great on that one. Probably should have been more like R.
Tell me, Catherine. Please, I deserve to know.
Christoph was a good man. Maybe too good. It wasn't in his nature to mistrust people. So when the Western Church told him that Lady Rhea had to die for the goddess's sake, or the world's, he went along with it.
Just how well did you know my brother?
Christoph and I were friends. We were in the Blue Lion House together at the academy.
Oh, okay, if Catherine used to be a Blue Lion, wow, I'm pretty fitting that she was one of my first teacher recruits.
If you were friends, why did you hand him over to be executed? There must have been another way.
No. If there was another option, I'd have chosen it. But he was foolish. He went along with the plan to assassinate Lady Rhea. I wasn't motivated by a personal grudge. I had no choice but to turn him in, that much is true.
I can't believe that my brother would try to assassinate Lady Rhea. But if he did, that means the church was lying about his involvement in the tragedy of Dusker, doesn't it?
Lying is a strong word. The world was in chaos, and the church did what it had to.
So I guess they sort of rise from the ashes as him and pinned a different crime on him so that they could get him for the crime he was actually guilty of.
If people had known about the threat to Lady Rhea's life, the panic would only have worsened.
So you're saying everything in this letter is true?
You can choose what to believe. All I know is I let him die, and that's something I can never change. Now, if you'll excuse me.
Catherine, wait! Please!
And in a way, by handing over his brother, that was the reason why Leonardo... Well, I mean, not the entire reason why Leonardo rebelled, but it was part of why Leonardo hated the church so much. So when you think about it, Catherine's kind of responsible for 2 deaths in Ashe's family. So, yeah, definitely gonna grind that support up, because I definitely want to see how that one ends up going. And that's all the supports I have access to for now, so I think I'm actually going to explore today. I don't think I'll show much of it, though. It's mostly going to consist of just random tasks, gardening maybe, giving a bunch of gifts to students that I might want to recruit later. So, yeah, I'll probably just show you a highlights reel of this exploration session.
If you must weep, then weep. I shall be here for you. Well, it
That
would be
won't be
ridiculous
necessary.
to not feel anything after something like that. Go on and let it out. I am here.
Wait, what? Why'd the screen flash to black? That's weird. Huh. I really hope I didn't bug out the game somehow. I'm actually a little bit worried. Oh, something I didn't actually mention before about Leonie. I get the feeling that a lot of her supports are locked behind Geralt dying.
Yeah,
Oh, okay, I don't know if anyone mission assistancing me this month. That's a weird thing to turn into a verb, but yeah. Yeah, I thought she wouldn't like that. Oh, right, we can't even have any meals with Catherine in this chapter because she's out of the monastery. Which is a bit weird, seeing as I was still able to use her in skirmishes, but still.
This is near.
I'm happy.
Yummy.
I've got.
This is lovely.
I wouldn't.
It's, yeah.
Oh, so close to another professor level. And, I can't believe I haven't had her. Oh, she'll have to unequip the March Ring if she does that. I didn't realize that. Okay. And if you're unequipping the March Ring, maybe you should get the Shoes of the Wind. Honestly, Byleth kind of needs the Knowledge Gem more than anyone. But now I can finally see what Triangle Attack does. Only when 3 allied flyers, including this unit, are adjacent to the enemy. Okay, yeah, that makes a lot of sense. So, I don't even have that many allied flyers, I only have Cyril. So, no reason to put that on just yet. Finally! Okay! And that's just exploration, not battles. Okay, so yeah, that's done. Nobody could support from my massive dining hall spree. Checking the calendar. Yep, we're going to be going straight to the battle next time, so I will see you then for that. Also, hello, White Cat. Hello. Oh, he's lying down. Oh no, he's going away. Hello. Can Byleth pat you so that Byleth will stop being sad? Oh, he's gone. Okay, yeah, anyway, see you next time.